A 16-year-old walks onto the black course at Streamsong Resort in Florida. The galleries are massive. The cameras are everywhere. The pressure is suffocating. Every single swing he takes will be dissected, analyzed, and compared to the greatest golfer who ever lived, because this isn't just any teenager. This is Charlie Woods, the son of Tiger, and he's ranked 609th in the American Junior Golf Association rankings. 609th, while the world watches. While critics whisper he's just riding his father's name, while doubters question if he'll ever step out of that legendary shadow. Charlie faces a field loaded with the absolute best junior golfers in America. The #1 ranked player in the country, Miles Russell, is in this tournament. So is Luke Clanton, ranked 5th. Tyler Watts, ranked 7th. These aren't just good players. These are future college stars, potential PGA Tour professionals, kids who've been dominating junior golf for years. And then there's Charlie. He'd never won a single AJGA title. Not one. His best finish was a tie for 20th, just weeks earlier. He'd fallen short trying to qualify for the US Open. The pressure on this kid isn't just about golf. It's about legacy. It's about proving he belongs. It's about showing the world he's not just Tiger's son. He's Charlie Woods. He's a golfer in his own right. What happens next over 3 days in Florida will shock the golf world. A performance so dominant, so clutch, so brilliantly executed that when the final putt drops, this teenager will vault 595 spots. Up the rankings in one single weekend from 609th to 14th. The biggest leap anyone can remember. This is the story of how Charlie Woods silenced every single doubter. If you want to see more incredible golf stories like this, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next on this channel. Now let's dive into how Charlie pulled off the impossible. The Team TaylorMade Invitational at Streamsong Resort wasn't just another junior tournament. This was one of the most prestigious events on the AJGA calendar, featuring 71 of the best young golfers in the country. The field was stacked. When you've got 5 of the top 10 ranked players in the world competing, you know this is the real deal. And yet Charlie Woods walked onto that first tee on day 1 as the second lowest ranked player in the entire field. Think about that for a second. Out of 71 players, only one person was ranked lower than him. The odds were stacked against him from the very beginning. But here's where it gets interesting. Charlie opened with a 2-under par 70. Now on paper that sounds solid but unremarkable. But look at the details of that round and you'll see something absolutely wild. Charlie only made 3 pars in the entire round. 3. That means on 15 holes, he either made birdie or dropped a shot. Scorecard looked like a roller coaster. People on social media started calling it an epic psycho scorecard. But here's what nobody understood in that moment. Charlie was finding his rhythm. He was figuring out the golf course. He was learning how to handle the pressure of having galleries following his every move. And most importantly, he was staying in contention. And then day 2 is where everything changed. Charlie stepped up to that first tee knowing he needed something special. And special is exactly what he delivered. He fired a 7-under par 65 that had people's jaws dropping all over Streamsong Resort. 9 birdies, just 2 bogeys. Suddenly, Charlie wasn't just competing, he was surging up that leaderboard like a rocket. And then he made a move into a tie for second place, sitting just 1 shot behind the leader going into the final round. And that leader? Luke Clanton, the 5th-ranked junior in the country, a Vanderbilt commit, a member of the U.S. national junior team. This was no pushover. The stage was set for an epic final round showdown. Charlie Woods trying to win his first ever a JGA title, going head-to-head with some of the best junior golfers on the planet. The pressure was immense. The stakes were enormous. Everything he'd worked for came down to 18 holes of golf. And then final round day arrived and Charlie Woods came out firing on all cylinders. He didn't just play well. He played championship golf. The kind of golf that wins tournaments. The kind of golf that makes statements. He posted a 6-under par 66 in the final round, making 8 birdies against just 2 bogeys. But here's where it gets really impressive. In the middle stretch of that final round, Charlie went absolutely nuclear. He made birdies on 7 of 11 holes. 7 out of 11. That's the kind of stretch that Tiger used to make famous. That's closing time golf. It's clutch performance when everything is on the line. As Charlie made the turn and headed down the back 9, he took the lead. And once he grabbed that lead, he never let go. He closed with 4 straight pars, playing smart, mature golf when he needed it most. No heroics, no risks, just solid professional. Golf that gets the job done. And then when that final putt dropped, Charlie Woods had done it. 15 under par for the tournament, 201 total. A 3-shot victory over Luke Clanton, Philip Dunham, and Willie Gordon. His first AJGA title was in the books, but let's talk about who he beat, because this wasn't some weak field. Miles Russell, the #1 ranked junior in the entire country, the youngest player ever to make the cut on the Korn Ferry Tour. The reigning AJGA Player of the Year finished 7 shots behind Charlie. 7 shots. Luke Clanton ranked 5th, and one of the best juniors in America finished 3 back. Tyler Watts ranked 7th, and a Tennessee commit finished 4 back. And so Charlie didn't just win, he dominated. He made 25 birdies and an eagle over 54 holes. His final score was just 1 stroke off the tournament record. This wasn't a lucky week where everything bounced his way. This was a complete, dominant performance from start to finish. The golf world noticed. After the tournament, Charlie spoke to reporters. You could hear the emotion in his voice. He said, "It means so much because I haven't really performed at the highest level yet. To finally do it after all the work I have put in and not playing well in big events in the past. Even though I know I am so much better than that. And for it all to finally come together is such a great feeling." There's something powerful in those words. Charlie knew he was capable of this level of golf. He knew he had the talent. But knowing and proving are 2 completely different things. And in Florida, over 3 days in May, Charlie Woods proved it to the world. And so the victory did more than just give Charlie his first AJGA trophy. It completely transformed his junior golf career overnight. Remember, he entered this tournament ranked 609th. When the new rankings came out the following week, Charlie Woods had rocketed all the way up to 14th. 595 spots in one tournament. And so let that sink in for a moment. 595 places. That might be one of the biggest single tournament jumps in a JGA history. It's absolutely unprecedented. It wasn't just about the number. With that win and that ranking, Charlie gained fully exempt status for all AJGA invitationals for the rest of the season. No more sponsor exemptions, no more qualifying. He's in automatically. But here's where it gets even better. The Junior Players Championship is scheduled for late August at TPC Sawgrass on the Stadium course. The same course where Tiger won the Players Championship in 2001 and 2013. The top 58 players in the AJGA rankings as of July 8th automatically qualify for that tournament. And so Charlie Woods is now 14th in the rankings. And according to AJGA officials, there's no mathematical way he can fall out of the top 58 before the deadline, which means Charlie is going to play the Junior Players Championship on the same course where his father made history. Can you imagine the storylines? Can you imagine the pressure? Can you imagine the moment? Beyond the Junior Players, Charlie's now eligible for other prestigious events. He received an invitation to the Northeast Amateur in Rhode Island, a tournament that dates back to 1962 and has been won by legends like David Duval, Colin Morikawa, Dustin Johnson, and Luke Donald. He's likely going to earn a spot on the East team for the Wyndham Cup. It's the AJGA version of the Ryder Cup. And so Charlie Woods has gone from fringe junior player to one of the top junior golfers in America in the span of 3 days. His phone is probably ringing off the hook with college coaches wanting to talk to him. Schools all over the country are watching this kid now, knowing that he's got the talent, the composure, the competitive fire to succeed at the highest level. But let's address the elephant in the room because we have to talk about it. Charlie Woods will never escape the comparisons to his father. Every shot he hits will be analyzed through that lens. Every tournament will be measured against Tiger's achievements at the same age. That pressure is something most 16-year-olds could never handle. But here's what's remarkable about Charlie. He's not running from it. He's not hiding from the comparisons. He's embracing the challenge of being Tiger Woods' son while simultaneously carving out his own identity. When he spoke after winning, he didn't talk about his dad. He talked about his own journey, his own struggles, his own determination to prove himself. And so that mental maturity at 16 years old is incredibly rare. Charlie understands that the galleries, the cameras, attention, they're all part of his reality. And instead of letting it crush him, he's using it as fuel. He's using it as motivation to work harder, to get better, to prove that he belongs on his own merits. And so Jack Nicklaus, arguably the greatest golfer who ever lived besides Tiger, even commented on Charlie after the win. He expressed mild concern about the level of attention on the kid, but he also acknowledged that Charlie seems to be handling it remarkably well. When you have Jack Nicklaus paying attention to your game at 16, you know you're doing something special. The parallels between Charlie's journey and his father's are impossible to ignore. Tiger burst onto the junior golf scene and dominated, in a way nobody had ever seen before. He won everything, broke records. He rewrote what was possible in junior golf. Charlie's not trying to replicate that path exactly, but he's showing flashes of that same competitive fire. And here's what makes Charlie's win even more impressive. Unlike his father, who grew up with Earl Woods as his coach and mentor constantly, pushing him to be the best, Charlie's development has been different. Tiger's been recovering from multiple surgeries. He's been dealing with his own career challenges. Charlie's had to forge his own path in many ways, working with coaches and trainers while his father watches from the sidelines. That independence might actually be a blessing. Charlie's learning to handle adversity on his own. He's learning to make adjustments mid-round without someone telling him what to do. He's developing his own style, his own approach, his own identity. As a golfer, and that's going to serve him incredibly well as he continues to develop. And so looking ahead, the future for Charlie Woods is absolutely electric. He's got the rest of the AJGA season to compete in major invitationals. He's got the Junior Players Championship on the horizon. He's got college coaches recruiting him. And most importantly, he's got momentum. He's got confidence. He knows now that he can compete with and beat the best junior golfers in the world. Will he reach the heights his father reached? Nobody knows. That's an impossible standard to hold. Anyone too. But here's what we do know. Charlie Woods is a legitimate elite junior golfer in his own right. He's proven that he can handle pressure. He's proven that he can execute under the brightest lights. Proven that the name on the back of his shirt isn't the only thing that matters. And so this victory at the Team TaylorMade Invitational might be the moment we look back on in 10 years as the turning point. The moment when Charlie Woods stepped out of the shadow and into his own light. The moment when he stopped being just Tiger's son and became Charlie Woods' champion. The golf world is watching. The expectations are sky high. The pressure will only increase from here. But if Florida taught us anything, it's that Charlie Woods is ready for this moment. He's ready for this challenge. And he's ready to write his own story in the game of golf. So that's the incredible story of how Charlie Woods went from ranked 609th to 14th in one historic weekend. Performance that silenced critics, shocked the golf world, and announced that a new star is rising in junior golf. And so what do you think? Can Charlie continue this momentum? Will we see him competing on the PGA Tour someday? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you're subscribed because we're bringing you more incredible golf content every single week. Till next time, keep grinding, keep believing, and remember that rankings don't define you. Your performances do. Charlie Woods just proved that to the entire world.